Well, hello, my YouTube fellas and gals. Ooh, let's see who's going to come in to visit. We shall see. We shall see. All right. We'll give it a few minutes. I haven't been on this channel live very much, so people might not get notified. Okay. So, anyways, for people to come back and rewatch, I had gotten pictures. There was one negative left of William from the World War II letters I read a while ago. I read some 2 years ago and like a year ago. And there's a story behind everything that happened. I went to Whatnot and I was talking in a stream where somebody was posting war pictures, and I came out and said about these letters, and I told them the story. Well, what ended up happening was, hey, Matthew, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited about these. Well, congrats. I can't grow anymore on this channel. YouTube screwed it up. I'm not about the numbers, anyways. But I'm not on this channel, anyways. But yeah, they screwed it up. I can't even subscribe to anybody on this channel. I don't know what they're doing. The only channel that I have actively for subscribers is my Crafty Styles. But anyways, I don't know if you were here in December. There was a year ago and 2 years ago, I read World War II letters from Elsie and William. William wrote to Elsie. They were dating and then they got married. And there was a negative at the end of the picture, and I got it developed because I don't know what either one of these people look like, but everybody that I was reading to fell in love with the couple because they were awesome. These letters were amazing. And I was fortunate to get them out of a locker auction. I have over 100 of them. And people were coming in every Wednesday listening to me read the letters because something about December and Christmas and military, I don't know, just goes together with me. So I took the negative and I got it developed. But like I said, I was in Whatnot talking about to somebody who was actually selling military letters. And I told him the story of Elsie and William. And this person told me, do you have any information? Oh, this camera. Um, on their names and stuff, and I said yes, I have 2 addresses and everything. Well, here I ran into a genealogist on Whatnot, and for free this person ran a research for me. And I am so excited to be able to wrap this up because it was killing me wondering, did they stay married when he got out? What did they end up doing? Did they have kids? Like, I want to know the ending to their story. And guess what? I got it. So I am so ecstatic. So this is William. And I love his letters. He's actually holding a chicken. And here's him. And I think this other picture is him and one of his friends. So the genealogist, I sent her a picture so that she could add it to his file in case anybody else would come out and ask. But here he is again with a puppy and one of his friends. He's on the right, of course. It doesn't say who the other person is, but that is William. Hey, Gemma! How is Jemmy? Love you too, and I'm so excited to be able to wrap up this story. So, she found their marriage license, and this is their marriage license, and this is so cool because I had Vallejo and Oakland. All this was in California. This is her signature. Look how beautiful she wrote. I knew that his name was William Pierce, but they only used middle initials, and I knew that she was LCR, but I didn't know her last name was Bell. So I gave this person everything. This is them. This is them. And I am so excited to be able to have this to go with their letters. But that's not all. Okay. So this is Elsie's obituary. Of course, both of them are passed away because this was a while ago. But this goes on to tell their story. Elsie Rose Pierce passed away on January 23rd, 1993, suddenly in Bakersfield, California, at the age of 71. Hey, Ron. Or Dawn. Oh, my God. I can't see Dawn. I'm so excited about this. A Moraga resident of 23 years, was born August 8, 1821 in San Francisco and was a longtime prior resident of Oakland. She was a lifetime member of the Children's Home Society, as well as very active with the Sequoia County Club in Oakland. She is survived by her loving husband, William R. Pierce, daughter Diane, sons Richard and Dennis. They had 3 kids. I was so excited to learn the rest of their story. She was a loving grandmother of Melissa, Matthew, and Jeffrey. So they went and they had grandkids. Okay, so here is Williams. So she passed away in 93. He passed away in 2000. They had a long married life. I'm so excited. William Pierce Moraga, a plumbing contractor in San Leandro in Sacramento, who retired in 1986, died in his home on December 12, 2000. He was a native of Nevada, Manhattan, Nevada. Moved to Oakland with his family at the age of 3. His father was James R. Pierce, and he owned a plumbing company. Bill joined the Navy during World War II and married Elsie. Like I said, I love these letters because I have them from him to her. I wish I had her set too, but I'm not going to push it. So he married her in 1943. After World War II, Bill worked at the Bank of America for 2 years before joining his father and brother in the plumbing business. Now, I do have a teller book. So that explains the teller book for the banking in his letters is because he became a banker. During this time, Bill and Elsie had 3 children, Richard, Diane, and Dennis. Bill retired in 1986 and sold his business to his sons. Today, the company employs 325 plumbers. He lived for hunting, fishing, and golf. He was a longtime member and past president of the Sequoia County Club. He played golf for 50 years. He was a duck hunter in the Susan Marsh for 53 years and a current member of Rich Island Duck Club. He loved his fly fishing and traveled to Idaho every June and September. He fished at the same lodge and had the same guide for 29 years in a row, including this year his brother James Pierce and daughter, and then it goes on. And it says he and his wife Elsie traveled the world to her death in 93. Bill had a great life. It got cut off, so I had to write the rest of it in. Oh my gosh. I was so excited. I gotta wrap up. Hey Tiff. So for people that didn't get to hear the story, I have a playlist of the letters. I read them every Wednesday in December, a year and 2 years ago. I have like hundreds from him to her, and I did a reading every Wednesday night of so many letters, and I did it for all the ones, and I made a playlist, so you can go listen to the letters and see the stuff. And this is the finale. I never thought that I would get the ending, and I did, because I ran into a genealogist on Whatnot who helped me get the ending. So I am so ecstatic. Yes, Tiffany, that's how I feel too. I'm just so excited. I mean, if you would have seen my face, I was bouncing in my seat because I gave her the information. And then, of course, it took a week, and she got back to me, and she screen printed all this stuff and sent it to me. Oh my gosh. And I just love it. And here it is. This is all of it, and I'm so excited. And it's really sad because she passed away before he did. I don't know how his stuff ended up in a storage locker, but his stuff ended up in a storage locker, and it came up for auction, and I won his letters. The auction person split them up. I was like, really? So I had to fight for both sets. But I was so happy to get them, because one lady is like, why would you split them up if it's the same letter from the same people? I don't know, making money, I guess. But it was the best investment I ever made, because I just love both of these people. What I wouldn't give to just sit down with both of them and say, I just love your letters, because it's nothing like today. The way these people talked, he was golly and my fellas, and their language back then was so respectful and different. And it's just, I have all the letters upstairs in a bag now, and having this to go with it, and then William's picture is just so amazing. The only thing I couldn't get a hold of was Elsie. There was 2 negatives left in the last envelope, and I took them to one of our local developers and got them developed. And this is William holding a chicken. I'll show them again. And then this is him and his friend. I'm not sure who that guy is, if it was the one that was in his letters, because I have letters from other people that was kind of mixed in. And he's got a dog in this one. But he just looked like he was the genuine dude. He was a genuine dude. That's all I have to say. He was very good-hearted. You could tell by the way. Let me fix this. The way he wrote letters to her, and it's just so interesting to me, because he drew stick people. He says, if I keep eating your good home cooking food, I'm going to look like this. And he drew the stick people with a big belly. It looked like a Hulk. You just got to see these letters. Oh my gosh, he would doodle in them and stuff. And it's just, they were so stinking cute. So it's just so nice to know that their marriage lasted when he came home, and they were together, till they died, and they had kids, and they didn't have any kids in any of the letters I have. So it was just so interesting to get a wrap up. So now I can put them together. and store stuff. The only thing I don't have a picture of is a family or her. And he used to call her his pinup girl. He said, send me pictures so I can have a picture of my pinup girl. Oh my gosh, he was just so stinking funny. I love his letters. But when somebody reaches to you from beyond like that in letters, it just amazes me. And he also had, they had like live plays they would see. And sometimes he would throw in a, hey, Ryan, he would throw in a pamphlet of the show. And I have like his Navy card. Like, oh, it's just so awesome. I am so thankful that I happened to be at the right place at the right time to get this collection. You don't even know how it just really touches the soul when you read, feelings from the guy's perspective for a change of how they felt in the military and how what he did day by day. It was just amazing reading these letters. Nobody will ever know how much they mean. I mean, it's incredible. I don't think I've ever seen a lot this big in letters before. Ever. Thank you, Tiff. But for some reason I can't subscribe to anybody on this channel. YouTube still has the channel messed up. It's really awful. I went through and deleted because I had news stations and stuff, like all kinds. I deleted over 193 channels that I followed, and I still can't subscribe to nobody. I keep getting internal error failure because you're following too many people that's following you. It's like, really, YouTube, what does it matter? You should have unlimited people you can follow. It's so irritating when they block you for stuff like that. It's stupid. I do this channel for fun anyways. But anyways, if you guys have Whatnot or you know any book lovers, send them my way. I had a live sale for my first time on Whatnot. It was a blast. To get approved through Whatnot, you can't just sign up. You have to actually do a Zoom meeting, and you do a 45-minute onboard meeting, and you have to talk to people and different things like that. And I had a ball doing my first auction last night. It was a blast. I don't have expectations for sales because I'm not a capitalist. I just need to downsize my bookstore because I own a physical one. For people that don't know that, I have a licensed bookstore offline, and COVID kind of shut it down. Well, I got stuck with a bunch of inventory I need to unload. So I'm going to try to do it there. And I had 4 sales. I did good for my first time for not having a lot of following. So I'm not complaining because the people that showed up were awesome. They tipped me money. Because you can tip people over there, you can purchase over there, that you can have flat priced items, you can have auctions. It's very sociable. They have live streams like YouTube where you get to talk to the sellers and everything in text like we're doing here. It's amazing. I love Whatnot. I am so addicted to that app. It's not even funny. And then they have trains. Like if you're a crafter, they'll do like an ephemera train and stuff like that, and you get to meet new people on these trains. And it's like an all-day purchase, and you can look for stuff that you want to buy craft-wise. It's just so much fun, you guys. And the people are so supportive. They encourage you that if you're selling, to put it in the streams. There's no stepping on people like some YouTubers, not mentioning names. But over there, it's just completely different. There is a big support system over there, people who will help you and things like that. It's just amazing. I have met the most incredible people over there. That's why I'm torn now between you guys over here that come and visit me and YouTuber or Whatnotters, because I love both platforms so much. As far as the people I've known here since I've been on here, and now I've got a whole bunch of friends over there, and I'm even meeting YouTubers over here that I purchased from over there. So some of the YouTubers are going over to that platform. It's just so much fun. Oh, Gemma. If you would see the Elvis stuff over there, you'd be bankrupt. I tell my husband all the time, he says, Whatnot's going to break the bank because they have Elvis all over the place. And every time I see Elvis, I'm like, Where's Gemma? Oh, that's so cool. And thank you. But yeah, you just wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it, Gemma. I went into a sale the other night and they had cards with his face and they had tins, and I can't even tell you the stuff I've seen in Elvis here lately. Ever since I did that journal, that's all I see. Elvis in all these different places. And all I keep thinking of is Gemma was here. She'd be like, shipping's killing me. I adore you too. You're so sweet. And I had so much fun creating that journal for you. I love that connection. You know, when you create something for someone and they cherish it so much, it just means the world. Oh my goodness. And what was I looking at the other day? I think it was, let me see if I can find this. I was looking at something the other day and I thought, oh, Gemma would love this. I don't know if it was on this channel or my other channel. Somebody did a tour through Elvis's place and they did a really good job. I've never been. I've been to Tennessee, but I've never been to Graceland. I wasn't on that side of Tennessee, but my mother went. My mother loved Elvis, Gemma. If she still had her stuff, oh my gosh, if I would have known I was going to meet you someday, I would have saved so much of her stuff and just mailed it to you. Because I don't even think she sold it. I think she gave it away. She used to save bubblegum cards that were collectors, and they were all about him. I told her, I said, if I would have known I was going to meet Gemma on YouTube one day, I'd have saved them cards and gave them to you because I don't know who she ended up giving them to. I'd have mailed them to you. But yeah, there was one floor they wouldn't show because he kind of kept it sacred. But the guy that did the tour, it was really interesting how he explained each room. It was really awesome. I was impressed with the video that he did. Let me see if I can find it in my thing real quick. I'll send you the link so you can go watch it because it was really good. I never realized, like, when you even look at the furniture and stuff like that, I never realized, how much detail they tried to save in Graceland for tourism purposes. It was pretty incredible for never being there. Why can't I find you? Hmm. Is this it? No. What's this one? Maybe it's this one. I don't know. I'll send you the link to this one. This was I'm thinking it could have been this one because it was about his granddaughter. Here, let me. I think this was it, Gemma. But I wanted to make sure I shared this with you because I know how much you like Elvis stuff. But here it is. It's here. It talked about his granddaughter inheriting um what went on between when he passed away between her and Priscilla, but it talks about the mansion itself. It was just really good, I thought, when they were discussing the different rooms. Yes, my dad used to sing Elvis in the shower. He would sing "Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog," and then he would come out in the kitchen and he would shake his leg. I said, "Dad, you're trying, but it's not Elvis." He was funny though. My dad was the type of person that was chipper from the time he got up. He was not a morning grump at all like some people. He didn't have to have a cup of coffee. He was just naturally cheery. And that's where I think I get my disposition from because my husband's a grump. And he'll say, "Are you always like this?" Yeah, pretty much, because my dad was. And Easter, we would wake up to hear him singing Peter Cottontail. He had a positive vibe. So I was really blessed with having a dad that had a good vibe when he woke up because he was a happy man. He still does. He still jokes around and tells goofy stuff. But he was funny. All the holidays he would always sing when we get up in the mornings. He's a riot. But then I married a grump. I told my husband, "You'll never match my dad. He was nicer." I got to pick on him though. But I'm glad that I got the final of Elsie and William. I'm so excited that I did. I liked Blue Christmas. I'll have a blue Christmas. That song it's just so cute. My mother used to make me watch Elvis all the time, Gemma. I remember the one where I don't remember what movie it was from, but it was one where he had a lei on his neck and he was in Hawaii floating on something in the water and he was playing a little guitar. Not it wasn't a guitar, it was what's them little ukuleles or whatever they are, the little ones. And he had a red, I think a red and white shirt on. He was floating in the water. I remember bits and pieces of movies from when I was a kid. I grew up with Elvis movies and Annette Funicello and Frankie Avalon beach parties. That was the kind of shows my mom made us watch because it was her favorite stuff. But I loved Frankie. I mean, all the movies were good, don't get me wrong. But we had like our Saturday lineup, and then she had a lineup for stuff she liked to watch. But I loved Frankie and Annette's beach party movies. They were so cute. It's old time stuff. I just think it's cute that I come to YouTube and actually meet somebody like you that's a fan of Elvis at your age. I think that is so awesome that even the younger generation, likes a lot of the older people. My daughter liked Patsy Cline. I just read a book by Patsy Cline. It was really good. She hated most of her songs. She didn't want to record Walking After Midnight and Crazy. She didn't like those songs, and I thought she did awesome. And I think it's because country at the time was defined by something, but she had a bluesy voice and they kept sticking her in a category she didn't want to be in, but she did fantastic with those songs. I love Walking After Midnight and Crazy. But I guess there was a lot of songs when you signed up with, labels, they were horrible to some of the people and they held back a lot of her songs till after she died. So she didn't even get a chance to really come to her full potential because of them holding back her music. And I think that's sad, you know. But I did watch some people who, became had like hits. They didn't make as much money as what people thought they should. By the time they paid everybody, they didn't walk away with what people thought. I think there was a story behind TLC, the girl group, when they were doing, by the time they paid the choreographic for MTV videos and split all the money, they hardly made anything. It was horrible. Some of the money that these people got withheld from them, and it was their talent. Hey, Brandon, you have to come back and watch the beginning. I talked about William and Elsie. I'm so excited. And like I said, there's a playlist, the World War II letters I read if anybody's interested. And then this is the final wrap up of my favorite couple. Have you been a good boy, Brandon? How's your plants doing? I know I got to catch up on stuff. I've been so busy over on Whatnot. Now that I'm doing shows over there, I'm so excited. I got to prepare for next week. I got another show over there next Tuesday. So I got to get everything ready, and it takes me time because I'm slow. I had videos on here. I did a books like 2 years ago, and people were like, "You still have that book?" I'm like, "No, it's gone." So I think what I'm going to do, we have a community yard sale every year. I think I'll leave them sit there until the community yard sale, because what I'm doing is I have an auction set of books. What didn't sell, I put it into the buy it now and moved them over. So now I can reload my auction books. And I think I'm going to leave them sit in my bin for a year and then bump them off when the community yard sale comes to move them out. And if they don't sell on Whatnot, they don't sell in the community yard sale, then I'm donating them because I need room. My craft room's taking over my bookstore. Hey, Ty. Ty had a good story earlier. It was so good. I love these Titanic stories. Oh, that's good. That's good. That sounds like a plan. I miss having a garden. We were supposed to start a small one, but we ended up not doing it because some of the seeds didn't work. We saved seeds out of our peppers and none of them sprouted. It's almost like the heirloom seeds aren't good from store items or something. So we're gonna have to hit the farmers market this summer and get some veggies and stuff from there and see if those seeds will work. But yeah, I stored seeds and none of them. We put them in a napkin and wet the napkin to see if they'll sprout. And if they don't sprout, we throw them away because they don't work. Yes, Ty had a wonderful. She had a wonderful stream earlier. You had like 295 comments in that stream. I was like, holy moly. The stories of these people are amazing. I mean, you would think after something like that being so life threatening, Ty, that people would straighten their crap up. I don't think some people ever learn. You think they would do better. Almost losing their lives in that kind of tragedy. I'd be affected for life seeing something like that. I just, it was unbelievable. Yes, I got the finale on Elsie and William, and I was so excited. I'm so excited. I know. They just never learn, said Brandon. They just never learn. They don't. And some kind of tragedy like that's crazy. And that heirloom, that heirloom has to be priceless. I can't believe that girl sold that for so cheap. Desperate for money or not, if I was her, I'd have found another buyer. I couldn't believe it. That's like a priceless, so priceless. Makes you wonder who has it though. You know, I can't imagine. I really can't. But yeah, I had fun. I don't expect a lot of sales and stuff like that. I never did, even when I sold on YouTube. I'm just the type that I just have fun, doing it. And I went to Whatnot. I don't have a big following build up yet. And but it's really cute because if you haven't been on Whatnot and somebody tips your channel $1, you see you see wings on a dollar bill fly up in the air. It's like the cutest thing ever. Now, if you use PayPal as your payment method, you cannot tip a channel over there, a seller, I mean, and you can't buy gifts for anybody. That's the only thing that sucks about me having PayPal is I can't tip people. I do it another way though. During an auction, sometimes if I'm buying something, they have a swipe button for the auctions, and sometimes I'll hit it a couple more times, close to my winning because they'll do like a 30-second countdown. So I'll hit it a couple times so that they get that extra money as a tip for me. Because yeah, it's just the way it is over there, but I won't do it without PayPal because PayPal is my protection. There's a lot of people that don't like PayPal, but I do because I've had businesses cause me a couple issues, and because they didn't deliver, I got my money back. So, it's more of a headache when it comes straight from my bank because if I find out something's fraudulent, like I have to hurry up and run down or call and stop payment. It's just a pain in the butt where I feel like PayPal is more protection as far as I'm concerned. It's next Tuesday. It's a lot of fun, Ty. It's like I was telling everybody, I'm stuck between YouTube and Whatnot because I just love the Whatnot platform. Um, it's so much more respectful over there. I can't even explain it. People encourage each other. There's not so much competition or ignorance over there like over here. I mean, sometimes, I mean, I'm not saying everybody's bad, but I have run into some really terrible YouTube people. And over there, they're just so much more supportive. Like, if somebody's having a sale, they'll tell you if you're a seller, put emojis in, bookmark your shows. They're so encouraging over there. I just love the atmosphere. And it's alive like here, like we're talking. You have the person that's selling live, like I am right now. You have the text stream going up like here. And you can hang out and talk. You don't even have to buy anything if you don't want to. It's like a social auction site. It's all like, and you can flat price things too. You have categories. You have a little store at the bottom on the right hand side, and you click into the store, and it'll have auction items first lined up, and then right beside it, it has your bin buy it now, so you can flat price or the other. So it's awesome. Curly, you made another channel for Curly. Oh my God, Brandon, you are so funny. That's hysterical. You're a riot. Alrighty, Rotten. Thanks for stopping. But anyways, it won't let me add Curly. Ugh. See, this is what I get. I go to your channel, okay, and this is what I get. This is YouTube's got Tammy's Passion so messed up. I hit subscribe and I get, you have too many subscriptions compared to your number of followers. And it won't let me do it. And I deleted over 193 channels and still won't let me subscribe to anybody. So it makes the bell white, and then I go back out of it and come back in. Wait a minute. Go to channel. See? It's like I never subscribed to you. It keeps knocking me off. Hate YouTube for that. You should have unlimited subscribers. You shouldn't have to cut yourself off or be cut off. YouTube's annoying in that sense. But I can add you on my crafty styles. I can still add on that channel. Just won't let me on this one. But anyways, so when you go into the store tie, it's cute because you have a list and you can purchase from the bin or whatever. And it's all by weight. It's just, I learned a lot. There's a lot of buttons when you're a seller. But you talk to people, and then of course people, the bidding is just a button you slide. Used to be you tapped it, but they changed it to just sliding it, because when people carry their phone like me, and I accidentally, even in your stream one time, I'm a left-hander. So it's easy for me to carry this and hit a person. It's not going to show it now, but I have fallen asleep and done it with my phone in my hand. There it is. How my thumb hits, and I accidentally a while ago hit somebody in Thai stream by accident doing that, because I'm carrying my phone trying to take my dog out to pee. So now I set my phone down and I just leave it, take her out, and I'll be right back and come back. It's just sometimes I don't want to miss stuff if I'm into the show. I hate that because I can't pause it. I don't want to come back and rewatch the whole thing if I'm in the middle of it. And it really stinks when you're in the middle of an auction, but you don't want to miss stuff. So I have to be careful with my phone because I'm awful about that offline. I'm telling you, Whatnot breaks me like you would not believe. I'm always broke after shopping over there. But they have everything. We're talking women's clothing, men's clothing, vintage clothing. There's a girl on there that I swear to God, and I'm not exaggerating, I don't follow her channel, but I hit into it one time. I don't go for clothing over there because I'm a stickler for my clothes. I have to try stuff on because my body proportions and my height, stuff either doesn't fit me in the right area or it's too short because I'm tall. So this girl was selling out of California t-shirts you don't normally see with bands on them. They were like promotional. I don't know if she got a hold of somebody who was famous and got her stock, but I'm talking $200-300 a piece on t-shirts. I kid you not. And I'm sitting in there like, what? You people are really paying this for a t-shirt? I mean, you better be making a quilt out of that sucker or doing something with it, because I'm not going to wash something that I pay that much money for. I'm sorry, not going to happen. I'm a poor shopper, so I don't get these prices. But I noticed, let me fix this. A lot of if you when you go into Whatnot, I'll show you. Hold on. When you go to Whatnot on her sales, especially, this is what the Whatnot app looks like. It's black with yellow. It's a W. You click into it and it'll suggest sales for you, or you can hit follow to host, and it's the one I'm subscribed to. Okay. When you go, quit twirling. When you go into someone's sale, let's go into Plus Size Girl. She sells a lot of fabrics and trims and things like that. So her little store is this little icon down here. So I'm going to click it to show you what I'm talking about. This is her auction title. And that's all the stuff she has her price start at. And you can pre-bid if you want to. You can load up as many items as you want. Then this is her buy it now. This is her stuff that's flat priced out of auction. She's got 598 items in there, and you can scroll and look and see if you want to buy anything. And a lot of the items start at $3 or whatever. Well, the woman's sale on the vintage t-shirt, if you click the store again, you scroll over, it'll have how many items this woman has sold. She sold 64 items. How many did I purchase? I purchased 11 from her earlier. This is here tells you what everybody purchased under her sold. Other people, not just me. Now, when that woman was selling vintage t-shirts, this didn't say sold. It had pending in red. You would see pending for $200, pending for $100. And I'm thinking, is it smacking these people's banks so hard that, or is this person not paying? Because sometimes Whatnot will glitch and you have to fix your payment and then it'll go through. But sometimes I think there's sicknesses over here of people like gambling problems, but shopping problems. And it makes me wonder if a lot of them pendings, if they're bouncing. So I couldn't believe scrolling down. She sold like 300 of items. Like, I mean, her numbers are huge for $200 and $300 a piece. And I'm scrolling down, seeing pending, and then this one went through, and then pending. And I'm thinking, holy crap. I wouldn't want that to happen on my sale. But of course, I wouldn't be selling stuff for that high either. And I like Busy Bee. Busy's doing my kind of stuff. She's got cabinet cards that are vintage. She calls me her cheerleader because I'm always in her stream pestering her. And you can type in the stream, I'm going to type, hey, B. And you can use your smiley faces just like on YouTube. And you can do this on the computer through your website, or you can do it through here. And you got a chat screen just like you do on YouTube. And you can hear her talking. B, I'm going to put you on blast. Hold on here. Let me turn her up. This is B.
I always do that at least once a night, right? Let's put the antique boyfriend up here.
Hey, Julie. Julie's in there.
Should we put some old dudes up?
Watch this. I'm going to say, B, I have you on blast on YouTube.
I have this one as a mama and a baby. This is a super old one. It's not as thick.
She's good. I want to see what she says.
Then I have this old school guy. Looks mad, but that's how everyone looked back then.
Sure.
Oh, that's cool.
She's like, that's cool.
Thank you.
And when you type in a question, it comes out yellow.
I'll run it again if there's any interest. If not, no worries.
So that people, when you ask a question, the yellow alerts them to read faster, because normally it's a question on what they're selling. She don't care. She likes it that I have her on YouTube, but this is her little setup. She has her phone on her tripod and she sells like this, but I sell the same way I do on here. Mine points down. Look at her little bee for Busy Bee. I love her little setup. But anyways, they're just fun. You meet a lot of cool people over there, and it's just a blast. I love it over there. I could hang out there all day. Let me get back in here. But all the notifications, my phone blows up all the time between here and YouTube. Yeah. And Ty, what's funny, it is filled with eBay sellers, Poshmark, Mercari, all the sellers from those platforms are on Whatnot. And I'm even meeting live YouTube sellers that I bought off of in the crafting community. There's some trickled over there now. It's awesome. It's like a big social networking auction, flat price, shop talk. get to know people, even if you want to just sit and window shop. Yeah, it's really cool. I like it. I'm like so addicted. I'm over there all the time. I can't wait to get up in the morning to see who's on. And I'm like, who's over
I
here?
like it.
Let me turn this down. Hmm. Well, there's people that have all kinds of stuff over there, Curly. I mean, sometimes it's not even about shopping. Like, for instance, some people go over there and they had a girl one time that was doing quilting and she was just showing how to do quilts. You can do how-tos in your live. You don't have to sell. And it's and I was watching, they had a train where you raid into the next show. And what was cool about this one was these girls were making ephemera and crafts, showing people a how-to like you would do on YouTube, but they're doing it live. And then they're selling that particular craft if anybody's interested in. While they're doing they're not even doing a sale. They're just saying, hey, we're doing this to show you how to make stuff and then sell it. And if you're interested, you're interested. You're not, you're not. So it's kind of like it's a mixture of everything. And if a person wanted to start a gardening channel, you could do that too. You could take and show people how to garden. And if you had seeds that would reproduce out of your garden, you could share them in the buy it now, or you could auction them. So what I'm saying, it's just different. It's like, I've shopped in auction sites where there's no interaction whatsoever. It's just bids and you got to wait and get emails on it and it takes forever. Where here everything's faster. It's just awesome. I love it. Like I said, I love it there. It's fun. I mean, you don't have to go. I'm just telling you. And if you do come over, and this isn't, I don't care if people use this link or not, but I'm just saying. I'm not one of those people who promotes things just for the fun of it. Just so you know. I'm not, if I don't like something, I'm not even going to begin to try to promote something just for money or whatever. But I really love this platform. You're so goofy. But here is my link that if you do join, I believe you get $15 free of spending money for yourself and for me. I think each person gets it. I don't know. Whatnot changes daily. When I first started there, they were trying to bring sellers into the app. So if you say I sold and then somebody I met wanted to sell, I could give you my link and we both would make $200 off of it. Well, now they got the sellers there. The last I checked, they have so many sellers, but not enough buyers. So now it's changed to, if you're a seller bringing a seller on board, you only make $20. But if you are a seller that brings a buyer on, you make $200. And then, like, after I did my onboard and got accepted as a seller, your first show, they have like a competition thing going on, or incentive, whatever you want to call it. If you sell to 5 different sellers and you make $100 in the first week, they match you $100. If you make $200 in your first week, they'll match you $250. So you better bring a following with you. I don't have a following, so I don't care about none of that. But I'm not going to make it. But because I put 3 listings in my store and they seen that I was setting my stuff up the very next day after I made the onboarding. Well, I waited 2 days. I started putting stuff in because I wanted to get my books ready. After I uploaded the 3rd item, they gave me a $25. I didn't even know I was going to get this. they gave me a $25 gift certificate on top of, me becoming a seller, that if I want to boost my listings, I could use that $25 to boost. But like I said, I'm not a capitalist, so I didn't use it. I just left it sit there. I don't know if I get it still or not, or if it was just for that reason. I don't know. I don't pay attention to shit like that. It'll show up in my account anyways if I'm meant to have it. So I just wanted to try it out, see if I could figure out how to do it, because I'm new to all this auction platform stuff. The only place I ever sold was on Etsy, and they don't have nothing like Whatnot over there. It's not an auction, everything's flat priced. And I did YouTube lives where I sold, and then I'd have to put everybody's names down and then bundle it, put it in my Etsy store as a special order, and then they could go purchase and pay shipping through Etsy, because I hate dealing with shipping. Ugh. I've never sold in the Facebook Marketplace. I post there, but I tell people, if you want to buy here, if they're not local, because sometimes people would come up and pick up books during COVID outside my house. But if they didn't, then I could ship it. But I told them they have to go to Etsy for me to ship it, because I don't know how to do shipping. I never worked for the post office. Shipping is like the biggest pain in the ass, pardon my French, over all the platforms. It's terrible. But Whatnot does it. When I sold for Etsy, I would have to package it, measure length, width, and then up and down for height on my packages. And I had to put that in plus the weight. Whatnot doesn't care about dimensions unless you pass 12 by 12 by 12. You'd have to have something bulky, like if you're selling like glass vases and something really huge. Whatnot goes by weight. So you just type the weight in, and that's all you got to worry about. But you better have you better make sure that whatever you're selling, if you're adding bubble wrap and all that stuff to it, that it doesn't go over those ounces, or you're going to be in trouble and it's going to come back on you. And then you do giveaways. Like I did a giveaway for thanking everybody last night, and you can pick your giveaways. My giveaways were this. Since I sold books, I took a picture. I need some word searches because you're paying shipping. So I have easy crosswords, Sudoku, or word searches that people could choose from as a free gift. I try to have something that a person can choose from. I don't like just saying, "Oh, this is what you get." I like it because it's live and they can make a choice. Well, say a person buys a book off of me and it's only like 4 ounces, and you have a choice to post between 3 to 5 ounces. This is just a ghost figure. They will bundle, say that person bought one book off of you. I learned this last night because Prinny won my giveaway, and it bundled it when I went to do the shipping label. Well, I unbundled it. She goes, "Don't do that, because what had happened is if it's between, measurements, and she still has room to add something, it would go ahead and allow part of this shipping for her giveaway into that bundle, and then I just pay the rest if it goes over." And see, and that's something that I couldn't do through YouTube, because people would say, "Oh, I want a giveaway and you're making me pay shipping." No, we don't make you pay shipping. If you have a box and I measure it, and then I add this free giveaway on top of it, and that doesn't change the price, yes, you can put the giveaway in their boxes. But if it would go over, I would mail it separate. I did it anyways because I got tired of people being so bitchy on YouTube. I'm like, "Listen, I'll just mail it separate if you think you're paying for shipping." But that's not how I did it. And that's how Whatnot works. Is even though it's like you get measurements like between like 3, 4, 5, And if a person's only got 3 ounces, well, then you got still 4, to fill it up to 5. You see what I'm saying? It's like, and it just works out because they do it all by weight. But I don't know. I'm learning about shipping as I'm doing what, because it's completely different from Etsy. So it's interesting. It's a lot to learn. But if you sell something for $1 over there, you're only going to make change, and I don't care. I have books for like $1, and heck, even making change off of it's something to me. That's what I said. I'm not a capitalist, because at the end of the day, this is Tammy's way of thinking. You can go to a yard sale and pick up a book like this for like 10 cents, 20 cents, because they're Harlequins. Nobody really into Harlequins that much anymore. So I have to put everything $1 or higher. You can't sell for change on there. So I put this for $1, and hey, if I'm making 50 cents off of it, it's still better than if I put it in a yard sale. You see what I'm saying? Because when I put these in yard sales, I sell them for like 10, 20 cents a piece. So no matter how you look at it, I don't care to become a millionaire off of Whatnot. I'm just on there to downsize what I have. You have to, just like being a YouTuber. Why are you here? Me and Ty's had this conversation. Are you here because you want to make money and because you want to use YouTube as a tool and you want this to be your job? Or are you here because this is for fun, just something extra because you don't have nothing else in your life, that this is just your social network? You got to find out why you are doing what you're doing, where you're doing it, and then you make your plan. When I came to YouTube, this channel was solely based, and I have never changed my mind. Tammy's Passions, I do not ever want to get monetized. If YouTube would reach out, I'd reject it. I don't want monetized here. This channel was a tool to get my bookstore out there and for all of fun things in my life. That's why it's called Tammy's Passions, because I share the things on here that I love. There's no value dollar you can put on that as far as I'm concerned. You can't pay me enough for my passions. So this is just for fun. But my crafty styles, if that channel gets monetized, I'm okay. If it doesn't, I'm okay. But over there, it's more how to teach people to do some stuff. And, it's kind of like more conformed to YouTube. Where this, when I changed my mind so much on this channel, heck, their algorithm couldn't keep up with me over here. Probably why they blocked me from adding people. I don't have any Titanic books, Ty, but if I do, I'll let you know if I come across any. But thank you. And you have a good one. Curly, you're so funny. Brandon, you're hysterical. But it is cool because if there are things that you like to collect, sometimes you have sellers over there to charge way too much. But it's also, I take consideration, it's not to down the people that charge more, because a lot of the people that sell higher, I've noticed, are in high cost of living areas. One thing I've learned in all my years being online is every state that we live in, even in the United States, the cost of living is so high. In California, it's ridiculous. So they're probably looking at me like, what's this hillbilly from West Virginia only charging $1 for? You know what I'm saying? But that's just the life. And some of these people are retired. This is their extra income. Some of these people, this is their life. This is their job. There's a girl on Whatnot that she's amazing. I wish I had a little bit of her energy, and she's like my age. But she does Pilates. She keeps herself physical fit, which is something I never did. I'm out of shape. But she's Um, she does estate sales and she's good at it. You know, she goes in and sometimes people let her take over the house to do private estate sales. And let me tell you, this girl can rack up the sales because when you're in a house and you're moving around, you're going to catch people's eyes at estate sales because it's not just one thing. I'm just doing books right now. So mine's going to go really slow. But think about it. You know, she'll be in the room like this one estate sale she did was so cute. She had doll collectors, and this was a doll estate sale in one room. This person had glass cases of nothing but dolls. And then she would do the dolls for so long, and I'm talking like she's got demanding people. There's like people, her stream flies. People, I want to see this doll. I want to see this doll. What's that doll in the back? I don't know how she keeps up. That would give me anxiety. I can't do a sale like that. I'll admit it. There's no way I can handle that many questions bombarded at me at once. She's really good at how she does it. So she makes a list and she tries to keep up with each person as she goes down. And then she's like, okay, I'm overwhelmed. It's time to move to the next room. And she'll come back to that room later. But then she'll move to the kitchen. And then she's got her kitchen people, people looking for cast iron skillets and people look, you know what I mean? And then she does amazing sales in that room. And then she moves to the next room where maybe there's linens. And one was cruel. It's a kind of like a needle point. This woman had bags and bags of brand new needle points, never done. And she would go through and people would say, I want that one, run it, run it, run it. It's all auction on top of her trying to keep up with her chat. And she's doing this by herself, but she has incredible moderators. She's got this one moderator. Her name's Tranquility. I'm telling you, Tranquility is an amazing mod because she keeps up with all her stuff. I don't know how she does it, but she does have like, I would say 4 or 5 moderators helping her at the same time. And they're so close on here that one of the girls that has a Whatnot channel, they became friends. She flew her to California to help her. So she's in the money if she's flying people to help her. You know what I'm saying? But that's her whole channel is estates like every day. This woman is busy and she will empty a house and I'm talking for hours. She can be on from morning till night. She says, I think my family thinks I forgot about him and then she has to take breaks to eat and get nutrition for herself because she runs herself ragged. Like she's exhausted. I couldn't do what she does. I just couldn't. I don't have the energy. And then you have some like me that are slow. This one guy, he's sitting in his Funko Pop shop. He's got his phone in his hand, just, showing you all his Funkos. And he's just like me, all relaxed and chilled. Like, here I am over here. Hey, this is my book. And I don't have to get up and run around. You see what I'm saying? So you have your slow shoppers and your fast shoppers. And some people like that stimuli. And some people are laid back like me, and it's all the sellers are all different over there. That's why it's so amazing, because everybody's different and you can bring your own way of doing things. And you could sell tools. If you're one of them type of people out in the country, Brandon, and you go people that's got old tools, people like vintage stuff. They like rust. You wouldn't believe some of the things. You just got to find your people. I know some crafters on here that purposely rust things to put them in their journals because they like rust so much. Me personally, when I think of rust, I think of tetanus shots. My one crafter friend, she loves rusting paper clips and turning them into vintage to make her journals look more vintage. And I tell her, I think of stepping on a nail as a kid and having to get a tetanus shot. That's my life. Is people with rust. But some people like that rust. To them, it's like a decor. I think it's hysterical. But I mean, even if you don't, I've had people that's joined Whatnot and they never used the money code. And that's okay, Brandon. I had two people that joined under my name and they never spent anything. So I never got the extra money. And I'm okay with that. I don't care. If you want to come in just to check out Whatnot, see what it's all about, and you don't want to spend, please do not feel obligated because you don't have to. You don't have to buy anything for me to get money. That doesn't bother me. I just like people to come and check out the app because I just think it's so fun. Even if you never shop, it's just fun to watch people and what they do. And you might end up doing a job like that one day if you decide to. If you come into a bunch of items of something and you decide you want to sell, there you go. Get a platform to sell on. I got invited by another seller because you can do that. And then I did the onboarding and I was approved that night to start the next day. So I got really lucky. Well, they have to verify it. They have to send it to your email or to your cell phone. You have to pick where you want it to go to. And if you're not getting it, redo it again and see if it'll go through again. Sometimes Whatnot can be glitchy, just like any place else. I'll be in the middle of a live stream and my text disappears. And I have to close the app and then open it back up again. Well, how do you have it set up to get the code? You have it set up by an email or a phone number. I don't have a problem getting Whatnot codes. Every time I sign in the browser, a code comes to my text messages for me to type in to open up the browser on my computer or laptop. I've never had to re verify. Are you sure you wrote in the right information? Brandon, you're going to be following me everywhere. You're so funny. What am I going to do with you? You and Curly. Follow me on Whatnot. You're a riot. But that's why I did a lot of Whatnot unboxings because I wanted people to get an idea what they have over there, like as far as a crafter's concerned. I didn't do clothes and things like that, but you get a chance, just go in and pop in and say hi to some people. Just go nib. I started out just going in and nibbing to see what everybody was up to. Hey, CDC. You'll have to come back and rewatch the beginning. I did a good ending for Elsie and William. It turned out so nice. Well, I'm glad you're coming over to Whatnot. I'll run into you now over there. They do have messages over there, but it doesn't pop up like over here. But I am going to start promoting it a little bit over here as far as people just coming. You can go through my link or you can go to whatnot.com and sign up. But if you go through my link, it gives you a little spending money. Because I want people to come over if they just want to chat. What did you add me under? Let me find you. Activity. It should tell me. Oh, well, darn it. I missed the live stream I was invited to because I didn't get the invite friends. I didn't get notified that you added me. Fishkeeper.com. Wonder why I didn't get your notification. Oh, maybe that's it. No, that ain't it. Let me see if I can find you. Sometimes it might take a minute. CDC needs to get his butt over there too. There you are. Yay, I'm your first follower. I found you. Okay, wait a minute here. Did it go through? Yes. I had to refresh. So I found you. Get your butt over there, CDC. Get your butt on Whatnot. We can chat over there too. Next Tuesday, 5 o'clock Eastern Time will be my next live show. Oh. See, I did mine through my email. I didn't do mine to my phone until I became a seller. Because you had to give your cell phone as a seller. Yay, got a new follower. I made it up to 1K subscribers over there already. And I wasn't even selling. My husband says, you had to buy to get your friends. I said, I did not. They don't have to follow you just because you buy off of them. That's not true. But I'm glad they follow me. They think I'm ridiculously goofy over there because I'm always making jokes in the live streams and picking on people like I do over here. It's my personality that gets me in trouble. But yeah, it is fun over there. I have fun. What have you been up to, CDC? You been being a good boy. I gotta go up and take care of Rooney here in a minute. She's probably up there doing the pee-pee dance. I don't hear her tapping across the floor. But I'm sure she's gonna go outside and go to the bathroom. I was only planning on coming down here for a few minutes. See what you guys do. You keep me here. Yeah, I do. I like being a yucky yucky. I can't help it. It's my nature. Do you see my felted? Do you see my felted little snail? And my felted snail cute. Look at those eyeballs. It says, mwah, 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 I'm going to kiss you, YouTubers. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. CDC, you see these eyes, CDC? Get your butt to Whatnot. Come visit us. This is cute. I like this. I bought this off of a Defy auction. Sharon Lombard made that by hand. It's called felting. See? She signed it. It's so soft. It's my little squirrel. Not my squirrel. My little snail that sits here beside me. I don't have a squirrel. I do have a rock, though. Have a little rock. Oh, I don't want to hear it, CDC. Get your butt to Whatnot. Be nice. Before I come into your house and ground you. Have you been grounded lately? So I got to get busy tomorrow. That's all my life is going to be now. It's getting busy trying to downsize my bookstore. Thank God, because I need the room. I got too many books, people. I need the room. I need the room for my craft stuff. But anyways, I want to thank everybody for coming in, and for the people who come in the future, I hope you enjoy the wrap up of Elsie and William, because this was incredible to meet somebody on Whatnot that could help me wrap up this story. See, Whatnot did that too. If I wouldn't have had Whatnot, I would have never met the genealogist who helped me finish their story. So I'm happy. Yeah, you do need to paddle. You need to paddle and you need to be grounded because you're rotten. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and go. And it's fun. So trying to keep up with Whatnot on YouTube is going to be, whoo, it's going to become a full-time job here pretty soon. But anyways, you guys have a good one. And whatever time zone you're in, I hope you're having a great one. And I will see you all soon. Bye. Come to Whatnot, CDC. I'll see you later. Brandon and Curly.